In 1784, a young man by the name of James Hemmings was torn away from his family, sent to France to master French cuisine, and then upon returning to Virginia, he became Thomas Jefferson's enslaved chef. And this story is just one in a disturbing pattern, because for centuries, Black cooks fueled America's culinary rise, but rarely saw recognition or the rewards. They labored on plantation kitchens, their skills stolen, and their contributions erased. But their legacy lives on from barbecue to soul food. So today, we're going to unfold the untold stories of Black cooks who shaped American cuisine. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. To appreciate the history and the impact of Black cooks, we must journey back to the rich culinary traditions of pre-colonial Western Africa. Even though historical records from the era remain limited, vibrant ingenuity of these culinary practices remain evident in the ingredients and techniques that enslaved Africans brought with them to the New World. In Western Africa, the art of seasoning and saucing was paramount. Cooks skillfully deployed diverse array of spices and flavorful pastes, elevating each dish that they crafted. This culinary alchemy was perhaps most evident in American barbecue. Historical accounts like the one from Michael Twitty suggest that barbecue's fiery red pepper sauces were heavily influenced by African traditions. Remarkably, even the term barbecue itself could possibly have African roots. While it is said to come from the term barbacoa, it possibly could have derived from the hustle word baba cake, which also encompasses various cooking techniques similar to grilling and slow cooking. The expertise of these African cooks also extended to food preparation, smoking, and seasoning techniques that will become the cornerstone of Southern barbecue. Although the entrenched method of cooking in shallow pits was not common in Western Africa, the art of smoking meat was. And this evolution highlights the multicultural origins of Black cooks and blending African techniques with New World elements. Beyond barbecue, the presence of enslaved Africans in the New World also revolutionized rice cultivation, especially in regions like Louisiana. These Africans were selected for their expertise in rice farming. In colonial South Carolina, English colonists were unfamiliar with the crop, but were heavily dependent on enslaved Africans to teach them how to irrigate, cultivate, and process rice. This turned rice into a profitable enterprise and melded enslaved Africans' influence, turning places like Louisiana into prolific rice producers. Their knowledge not only transformed agriculture, but also inspired culinary staples such as jambalaya and hoppin' john. These dishes, reminiscent of Western African cuisine, stand as a testament to the lasting influence of African culinary traditions in the region. Enslaved Africans' traditional diet consists of ingredients like corn, sweet potatoes, plantains, beef, and legumes. When thrusted into plantation life, these ingredients became the foundation for adapting African culinary practices to the new challenging circumstances. In these kitchens, slave chefs transformed European dishes using African flavors to create unique fusion that was born out of necessity and resilience. These plantation kitchens became vibrant centers for culinary exchange, melting pots for African, European, and indigenous influences. Despite the oppressive environment, Black cooks were entrusted with crucial culinary tasks, from toasting meats to crafting intricate seasoning pastes such as red pepper, which was a staple of Western African cuisine, found their way into Southern dishes, melding their ancestral knowledge with available ingredients, weaving Africa's rich flavors into the heart of Southern cuisine. Culinary historian Michael Twitty would note that they melded African and North America. Beyond the kitchen's confines, cooks were also versatile, attending gardens, visiting markets, and utilizing scraps to feed livestock. Their ability to cultivate food in small gardens and catch fish was invaluable and saved their enslavers money and added another layer to their essential presence. Meal gathering in slave quarters, however brief, offered a slight reprieve from daily oppression and became a crucial site for culinary exchange and community building. During this period, the prowess of Black cooks was advertised, with some receiving formal training in French culinary techniques. Their expertise heavily sought after by wealthy families in cities like New Orleans and Mobile, and became integral in curating New Orleans cuisine. In Louisiana and the Gulf Coast, Black cooks ingeniously adapted local ingredients to birth iconic dishes such as jambalaya and gumbo. For instance, traditional African jollof rice evolved into jambalaya, while akari found a new life as kala. Its adaptability, even with scarce resources, demonstrated the ingenuity of using every part of the animal, smoking and curing meats for preservation, and introduced staples like okra and black-eyed peas to the local culinary fabric. One example of French culinary training is James Hemings, who served as a personal chef to Thomas Jefferson. He was trained in the art of French cuisine in the heart of France. Upon returning to the United States, he used this new knowledge and techniques that would influence the future of American cuisine. In kitchens like Monticello, he would combine French flair with American ingredients to create dishes like mac and cheese. While Black cooks played pivotal roles in shaping household menus and dictating Southern tastes and preferences, they were rarely credited. Instead, that often went to the white mistresses, who were often called the keepers of the keys. They were often lauded for their culinary achievements during this era, yet the presence of Black cooks remained evident in Southern cookbooks, particularly in recipes that were written in dialect or depicted plantation life. Emancipation would mark a pivotal transformation for Black cooks, who would shift from enslavement to the dawn of entrepreneurial culinary ventures. This was not merely an occupational shift, but an assertion of freedom and economic independence, and echoed the broader aspirations and upheaval of newly liberated Black people. Initially, most Black cooks were tethered to domestic servitude, still under oppressive conditions. Many Black cooks persisted through adversity, enduring long hours for meager pay, and the threat of violence continuously loomed over these Black workers. In West Baden, Indiana, a dynamite explosion at a hotel forced Black workers to flee the city. However, the abolishment of slavery offered brand new avenues, allowing talented individuals to emerge from plantation kitchens into public culinary arenas as chefs, caterers, and business entrepreneurs. Their culinary skills, refined over generations, captivated both Black and white audiences, especially in the realm of barbecue. Stories like that of Marie Jean and Columbus B. Hill illuminate this dynamic transition. Marie Jean's mastery of large culinary events during her enslavement showcased leadership and creativity well beyond her status. Similarly, Columbus B. Hill was unparalleled in his barbecue prowess. The Greenlee Tribune reported in 1894 that Hill was a colored man who had a great reputation as a barbecue cook. He officiated at more barbecues in the past 12 years than any other man in the Union. From Missouri to the Lone Star State, he baked meat for hungry thousands, and he thoroughly understands the business. By the early 20th century, a new chapter had unfolded for figures like Rufus Estes, who displayed his Black culinary artistry on the luxurious Pullman trains. Estes' 1911 publication, Good Things to Eat, offered a glimpse at this culinary revolution, a journey from substance to sophistication, underscoring the transformative impact of Black chefs on the American culinary landscape. Fast forward to the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s, an alliance of cooks and caterers who offered a crucial yet overlooked facet of activism known as culinary activism. Black-owned restaurants and catering companies not only offered vital centers of community gathering and cultural preservation, but they often embodied the arenas of political resistance, offering hope and determination essential for change. Establishments like Alex Barbecue Heaven or Pascal's Restaurant in Atlanta rose from the sparks of entrepreneurial success to become sanctuaries for civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King. These eateries were more than just a place to eat, with the heartbeat of civil rights strategy sessions, keeping them away from the prying eyes of their oppressors. At the grassroots level, in Montgomery, Alabama, Georgia Gilmore's initiative, the Club from Nowhere, exemplified how culinary skills could be used as a tool for liberation. Throughout her covert network, Gilmore and her collaborators prepared solid home-cooked meals to fund the Montgomery bus boycott, demonstrating the power of food as both substance and empowerment. Meanwhile, restaurants like Duke Chase in New Orleans stood as beacons of hope and strategy under the guidance of renowned chef Leah Chase. Her establishment became a fertile ground for civil rights discussions where activists could gather amidst the warmth of shared meals, feeding their bodies and their spirits. This role underscored the connection between food and freedom. Additionally, Southern lunch counters became battlegrounds for change, where young activists staged sit-ins to highlight racial inequalities. These dramatic displays became a catalyst for both legal and social shifts towards desegregation, turning the simple act of lunch into a powerful demonstration of defiance. In this tapestry of American cuisine, the contributions of Black chefs and cooks shine as a testament to our creativity and the enduring power of Black culinary artistry. From the early days, Black-owned culinary establishments, these artists laid the groundwork for a legacy that intertwines food with our quest for equality and justice. Historically, Black cooks not only nourished their communities with their craft, but they also empowered them. Their kitchens were often more than just places to prepare meals. They were a place of refuge, resistance, community solidarity. Today, the rich legacy of these early pioneers is vividly alive in the endeavors of contemporary Black chefs who continue to redefine and celebrate their heritage. Their innovative restaurant concepts and community-focused initiatives are reshaping the culinary industry, ensuring that Black culinary excellence is recognized and celebrated. These chefs draw inspiration from where they came, but continue to push boundaries and create meaningful change with their artistry through food. Their stories, rooted in understanding of this historical journey, inspire new generations not only to celebrate the richness of their culinary heritage, but also continue to advance it, ensuring that the influence of Black cooks remains a vital part of this ever-evolving American culinary landscape. Thank you. I'm your host, Country Boy, and this has been the history of Black chefs. If you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. Also, like to thank all my members. I love you all. Without you, none of this could be possible. Peace.